a lot of times my issue is people are not setting goals that will be something that somebody who becomes rich or could do anything. You got to be excited about working on that for 10 years. So you got to have a big enough goal that you attract the best people and you retain them.
One of the things that I'd been through as a student was some leadership training, and one of the things they taught us was to not be afraid of failure, and instead to have the goal to fail a lot quickly, and then eventually you'll succeed. This is how we keep our innovation running. I think usually as companies get bigger, they find it really hard to have small innovative projects. And we found that if we just wrote all of them down and ordered them, and these are kind of made up, don't really pay attention to them. For example, the Buy Iceland was from a media article. We would never do such a crazy thing. But in any case, we found if we just basically wrote them all down and ordered them, that most people would actually agree what the ordering should be. And this was kind of a surprise to me, but we found that as long as you keep the 100 things in your head, which you did by writing them down, that you could do a pretty good job deciding what to do and where to put your resources. How sort of our philosophy is that we see things that people use a lot, that are gonna be really important to them, and we think that usually you can make money from those things over time. If a well-run technology business can be monetized over time.
We see, hundreds or thousands of people come to us who want to commercialize something or want us to collaborate with their business. And we actually look at these, and I look at quite a few of them. And my guess is like one a year we are interested in. So, the trick is to have the one that somebody's going to be interested because it's a good idea, and not to, be one of the thousands that come through all the time. And I think, if you're the one good deal or you have a good idea, you really understand the area you're in. The funding environment doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's a hot area. I guarantee you'll be able to get people interested in helping you out.
Google's mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. And one of the things that surprised me, that's a very broad mission. It's a lot of work. We're not going to achieve it anytime soon, right? It's almost an impossible task. But it's an exciting task and one that you can get other people excited about, and they can help you. And one of the things that also surprised me is it's sometimes easier to do something that's harder because other people get excited about it, and you can get much more resource. You can get tremendous resources to solve a hard problem, whereas you might only get minor resources to solve a small problem. And so I'm just trying to give you, I guess I'm tremendously optimistic that whatever things we try to challenge, whatever challenges we try to take on, we can solve with a little bit of concerted effort and some good technology. And I think that's a really exciting place to be in the world.
Very, very, very important if you're starting a company to have the right people involved. And I can't stress that enough. I've been, enormously happy with people we've had involved at Google with my co-founder and with Eric. And we took a long time to find these people, actually. I've been working with Sergey for a really long time, but Eric took us over a year to hire Eric. And just generally, having great people involved that you really like and that are compatible with you and all those things is tremendously important.
I think, in any company as it grows, if the company's not static, which it shouldn't be, as it grows and it changes, you need to reorganize it. And just the question is, are you keeping ahead of that? And looking at our business is pretty complicated. We have all these different products. But just generally, as you switch to a company, as we got more offices, as we got time zone differences, we had to change how we did our meetings, change how we do our employee communications and so on. So I just think, in our technology business growing rapidly, you just need to make sure you're changing everything. You're being responsive to that change and changing everything, every year, or else you're just not keeping up with it.
I woke up literally with a dream. And it was kind of a strange dream. It went like, I think I could download the entire web onto some old computers that were lying around. And that would probably seem pretty crazy to most people, But I stayed up a couple hours in the middle of the night doing some math, and it seemed actually pretty plausible. Well, assuming you actually didn't keep any of the web pages. You only kept the links. And then sort of figured out, given all that data, I thought it would take a couple of weeks. And I told my advisor that. And he just sort of laughed at me. And of course, it took him a year or two. But at the end of that, we had a way to rank web pages, and no thoughts to search at all. And eventually, search entered the picture, and you know the rest. And that became Google.